Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and in today's video we are checking out the Pitaka lineup of cases for the iPhone 16 Pro, and we're going to be starting with the ultra slim case. So with pretty much all of Pitaka's cases, we are going to have a nice aramid fibre here, and this is going to be the standard ultra slim black version. Now it comes in at around $49.99, and they have a ton of different colour options available, including some that are the year of the snake, which we're going to take a look at a little bit later on in today's video. Now I haven't yet checked out the Pitaka line of cases for the iPhone 16 Pro, and they're normally my go-to when it comes to an aramid fibre case. Now they have changed up their packaging ever so slightly. As you can see here, we care for our planet, and a little bit more information down the bottom there with regards to the actual case side of things itself. Once you get into the packaging, you get a little information manual going over just in regards mainly to how to fit and take off the actual case itself. This is a pretty tight fitting case, however it's very form fitting, so you kind of want to know the best and easiest way to take it off, and just in general to take your phone in and out of the case itself. Now I'm going to go over this one a little bit quickly because I want to look at that special edition year of the snake case. So you've got some Pitaka branding, your metal housing on the camera, a ton of cutouts here with regards to all of your button layouts, and of course down the bottom for the USB-C and speaker. On the inside of things, you can actually see the exposed magnets. Because this is going to be such a thin case, they couldn't really hide them in the actual case itself, but this is the standard black one. So now let's move on to the one that I really care about, and this is the year of the snake, and this is the snowy day version. As you can probably tell from the mountain range on the back of the packaging here, now this is going to be the Snake Ridge New Year limited edition. Now it's still going to be the same tactile woven aramid fiber case, but this one, because it is going to be a limited edition, comes in at $69.99, so a little bit more premium for a slightly better looking case in my opinion. Now Pitaka do offer some other case variants available, whether it's a different colorway or for a different device, whether it's an older Samsung phone, iPhone, the newest Galaxy line of devices. You've got a ton of different options and a ton of different colorways to choose from to find one that's going to suit you. But first up then, we have this case, and I think straight off the bat it looks incredible. Just take a look at that camera housing. Now you've still got these same super strong magnets on the inside of things here, and again these are going to be exposed magnets because of just how thin this case actually is. Down the bottom you've got a cutout here for the USB-C, so pretty much any cable is going to fit, along with the microphone and speaker side of things. Now again, because this is going to be such a slim case, you've got a ton of different cutouts for the volume up and down, action button, camera button, and the top side of things is completely enclosed, but you've got a little bit of Pitaka branding on the side here, which fades quite nicely into this overall design of the case here. And then of course we've got that super nice looking camera housing. Now yes, while it is going to offer a ton of protection because of this metal ring, it also mimics the shape of a snake as well. It's not just your standard camera ring, it's got some movement to it, it's got some nice lines to it, and it's also a little bit sharp as well. But overall this is a great looking case. It's got that nice fine woven aramid fiber on there as well. It feels really good. Yes, it is going to pick up some fingerprints because just in general aramid fibers just do that from time to time with regards to a little bit of grease and dirt, for example, that's going to be on your hands, but the actual fit of the case is second to none. It's extremely tight fitting, everything clicks into place super nicely, and again I think it looks great. The camera housing on the back side of things here with the white titanium iPhone that I've got has a super nice contrast. The metal ring on the outside basically matches perfectly with the metal colours of the actual iPhone itself. So for me, with this white titanium model, it looks pretty good. As I mentioned, you've got that camera housing on the back which does stick out a ton, but that's again because the phone itself is very slim, the case is slim, and yes, it does mean that it's going to add a ton of extra bubble even compared to the normal iPhone, but I think in terms of how it looks, I kind of forgive it. Now of course, because this case is so slim, they couldn't cover up any of the buttons basically, so you've got a ton of different cutouts on this case here. Now that does mean that you're going to have some weak points in regards to if you're going to be dropping the device that lands in any of those areas, but it also means that getting access to all of your buttons, whether it's the volume up and down or the camera control side of things, is basically one for one because you're touching the actual button on the phone itself. There's no sort of pass through, there's no TPU over the top, there's nothing covering whatsoever, and in general I think it feels really nice. Down the bottom you've got the opening for the USB-C and also the speaker array, and again you've got a big cutout here for the USB-C side of things, so any cable that you want to be using is going to work no problem at all. Now in terms of feeling the hand, it basically feels like you're using your iPhone without a case but with a ton more grip to it. The fine woven design here that you get on the actual case itself just basically allows for a little bit more grip than you're going to be finding with your naked iPhone. Of course the button side of things work extremely good because you're just pressing the button, there's no pass through whatsoever, and again I think the overall design here with this nice aramid fiber and this this fine woven design looks incredible. I also really do like what they're doing around the back side of things here with the camera ring, because it's a little bit something different compared to what you normally have. With pretty much every case you're going to be using, whether it's a thin fit case like this one, or whether you're going to be looking at something more chunky and more protective, you've always got that standard camera housing on the back. It's just a square that covers the cameras, so to add a little bit of flair to the back here, I think looks pretty good. In terms of the overall fingerprint side of things, again, because it is going to be an aramid fiber case, it is going to pick up dirt and grime from your hands regardless of how clean they're going to be, and it adds basically these shiny spots to the case, which isn't maybe the most noticeable thing here on this particular case, but if you do have one of the black cases or one of a darker color variants, then you're going to see a ton of fingerprints, and that's just kind of part and parcel of having an aramid fiber case like this. Now, MagSafe has always been one of the best features of a Pitaka case, and this is no different. So I've got here my official Apple leather wallet here, and this thing goes on and stays on. There are no issues with any sort of MagSafe accessories, whether it's a wallet, battery bank, whether you're using it in your car or a nightstand, whatever you're going to be using it for, Pitaka has probably some of the best magnets available. I also really like this orange and blue colorway, and also the mix there with the camera ring. I think it looks pretty good overall. And it's also not going to be going anywhere anytime soon, even if I try and move it a little bit more violently than I normally would. The magnets on here are some of the best, if not the best, for any iPhone case, and it definitely shows. Now, one thing that I would say is the more times you use MagSafe accessories, again, because of that aramid fiber that you're going to be getting on the back side of things here, occasionally from time to time you may see the ring that you get from the magnet side of things, but you can wipe it away if needs be, but that just kind of shows again just how strong these magnets actually are. Now, of course, the elephant in the room is that this case comes in at just a hair under $70. And of course, you can get the standard black variant for around $49. So is it worth it to have a slightly different design compared to what we're going to be having on the standard black Pitaka case? Well, I personally would say yes, but if you're looking for a more stealthy option, then the black one still looks great in my opinion. And to be honest guys, between sort of $40 and $70 I would say is kind of the average price you're going to be paying for a super premium high quality aramid fiber case like this one. It's going to last a really long time, it's going to kind of wear over time, which I think just adds to the overall character of the case itself, and in general I think it still looks extremely nice. Now, is it the most protective case that you can get? Well, no, not really at all, but is it one of the best, if not the best, slim cases for the iPhone 16 Pro? I would have to say yes. Now, don't get me wrong, some people may not like the overall design with all of the cutouts and the fact that the case doesn't really cover the whole device, the fact there's no lay on the table design, and just in general that it does feel super slim. However, if you are looking for a slim case, then I don't see a better option. Now, if you're looking for a more protective case, of course you've got a ton of other options out there, and I will have some links in the video description down below of some other case reviews that I've done here on the channel for the iPhone 16 Pro. But for me, the Pitaka case is still in my top 5 iPhone cases of all time, and it's going to stay there for a pretty long time. I just wish they do a little bit more when it comes to the Android side of things. Having a nice Pitaka case like this for maybe my Google Pixel 9 Pro would be pretty darn good. But that's going to do it guys for this video on these Pitaka accessories for the iPhone 16 Pro. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. And if you've got any questions or comments about this case or anything else here on the channel, let me know in the comments section down below. If you're not already subscribed, now's a great time to do so. And of course, once you've hit that subscribe button, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you're notified anytime I post a video here on the channel. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass. Thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.